It was an outing. She always liked outings. She loved Solon and his staff and loved to talk to them. And she usually planned to go out to eat afterwards. So she always was able to find joy in the journey. And in fact, all you needed to say was, Kay, do you want to go? And she would say yes. Didn't matter where, she's ready to go. I love that about my mom. But even in retirement, Mom had very busy hands. She could not stand to just sit and watch TV. Those hands had to be doing something. And she made some quilts, but then she took up knitting with a passion. And everybody in the family got Afghans. And then everybody in the family got scarves. And when she ran out of people to give those things to, she found a project called, in the Guideposts magazine, called the Sweater Project, which sends handmade sweaters to children in places like Russia and Romania and Turkey. And that became Mom's passion, and she would knit all year long. She'd fill up a box, send it off, fill up another box, send it off. And while it was a basic pattern, she just kind of let herself go. She put in stitches, she designed things different colors, and just one after another after another. And when Carol, her niece Carol, began knitting some hats for charity, Mom contributed that. Carol would give her the yarn. Mom would turn them into hats or sweaters and send them back to Carol. Up until her final day, Mom was cooking. Her final day in the house, she was cooking. She loved to cook. She loved to invite people to share. She was making potato soup and picnics in the park with Monica. There was her famous macaroni and cheese that she made for Judy and Louie. And there were also those glasses of wine on the front porch with Ann or other Louie Street neighbors, but we won't talk about that. Mom's pride and joy always was her home. It was meticulously maintained inside and out. Anybody who lived on Lily Street knew that there was always something blooming at Mom's house from early spring to late fall. Mom spent many hours working on her gardens, and it showed. She was a multi-time recipient of the Beautification Watch Award presented by Keep Akron Beautiful. The most recent one was given to her in September, and when we were at her house, it was in the appropriate place of honor on the refrigerator. Home meant security to Mom. You know, when she was growing up, there were some really, really tough times. She was raised by a single mother, and sometimes Grandma couldn't make rent, and the family would have to move and rely on the goodness of friends and relatives to take them in. That affected Mom deeply, and so holding on to her home was just so critical to who she was. That represented to security to her. She did not want to end up in a nursing home. That would have been very, very, very difficult for her. So it was, I guess, I promised to keep her in her house as long as I could, but you know what? It certainly wouldn't have been possible without the help of her many Lily Street neighbors. But in particular, we would like to thank Judy and Louie for their 30 years of friendship, their love and their care. Thank you for helping Mom realize one of her most important goals. As I look back at Mom's life, there are certain common threads that ran through it. And as I close, I'd like to share those with you. Be optimistic about the future. That was something her mother always told her, and she passed it down to us. Tomorrow will be a better day. Never stop learning. Challenge your brain. Read. Enjoy the beauty of nature. Get outside. Dig in the dirt and grow something. Find joy in the journey. It's there. You just have to look for it. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and make you feel good, because that's what it's all about. And no matter what life gives you, find a way to be content
God our Father, your power brings us to birth, your providence guides our lives, and by your command we return to dust. Lord, those who die still live in your presence. Their lives change, but they do not end. I pray and hope for Kay, for her family, relatives, and friends, and for all the dead known to you alone. In company with Christ, who died and now lives, may they rejoice in your kingdom, where all our tears are wiped away. Unite us together again in one family to sing your praise forever and ever.